Although I was very young in the 90s, it was definitely one of my favorite time periods as far as makeup. Lots of browns, neutral shades, that glamorous soft look. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I achieved this look. First things first, we're going to start off with priming our skin. By the way, all the products that I'm using are going to be listed down below in the description box, so give it a check out before you leave. Just because I wanted to give more information on how I use products as opposed to which products I'm using. So check out the description box for all the information on what products I use. Next, I'm moving on to foundation. So foundation is going to play a crucial part in this tutorial, mostly because back in the 90s, everybody had really flawless skin because they used more fuller coverage foundations. So you want to make sure you're applying your base very evenly and making sure that you're tapping on the foundation as opposed to swirling the brush or sliding the brush up and down. Using tapping motions give a airbrush effect and therefore creates a more natural looking effect. Now moving on to applying concealer, and I'm applying it underneath my eyes in an upward triangular motion. The reason I'm applying it in an upwards triangular motion is so that it can give my cheeks a natural lift. I'm also adding concealer on my chin and my forehead areas as well. Now it's time to blend, and I'm using a damp beauty blender to smooth out and blend all of the concealer that I applied. I'm applying it in tapping motions as usual so that we can get that airbrush look and effect. Now it's time to set underneath the eyes with some highlighting powder, and what that's going to do is make your highlight stand out a little bit brighter. Also, it's going to prevent any kind of smudging, any, creasing, so it's basically going to make your makeup last longer.
Tell me what you wanna do.
Here I'm applying some clear setting powder, and this is just going to keep the foundation in place all day long and make sure that it doesn't smudge.
Tell me what you do. I got racks till they jam. Tell me what you wanna do. Racks till they ATM. Tell me what you wanna do. You badass, don't get.
Now it's time to deepen the hollows of my cheeks. I'm applying it in a straight up and down motion, keeping aware that I want to keep a straight line so that everything will look more defined towards the end.
Everybody get low. They park a lot. They ain't where you wanna go. Now stand by,
Also, you're going to see me here shading my chin area, and then I'm going to be moving on to shading my forehead area as well. So here is where I start to contour my nose. I like to make sure that it connects all the way up into my brow area so that it has a more even looking blend. Finally, we reached my favorite part of this tutorial, which is the eyeshadow. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply a cream colored base to our eyelids. Now we're going to blend out the base with our finger so that it can warm up the product so that it spreads evenly. Using a cameled color eyeshadow, I'm going to be applying that all over the base in a tapping motion so that I can build up the color. By the way, I'm only keeping this color right on the lid. Taking a medium tone reddish brown, we're going to work that into the crease area using windshield wiper motions back and forth. From this point, you can build up to your desired color level. Next, taking a rich dark brown shade, I'm going to work that right in the crease as well, focusing more on the outer V area. Keep in mind you can build this up to be as dark as you like or as soft as you like. I'm going towards more of a glamorous look, so it's going to be a little bit intermediate. Using a really intense black, I'm going to work that into the outer V area of my eye. So for this look, blending is really important, especially for the eyeshadow. You want to make sure that it's blended out really well so that it gives that really soft, glamorous 90s look. Truthfully, the more you blend, the better it's going to end up looking. So just when you think you're done blending, blend a little bit more. So right now I'm dragging that black down into the lower lash line just to smoke out that lower lash line just a bit, and I'm keeping it towards the outer part. I do not bring it in towards the middle. In this clip, I'm basically tapping in some black just to add a little bit of depth right at the end of my eye. Taking a coppery, glittery kind of shade, I'm going to pop that right into the tear duct area. Using a matte black liner, I'm going to apply that right into my waterline. So this next part may be tricky for people who have a hard time doing a cat eye, so if you don't feel comfortable doing a cat eye, you can totally do without. I think this look will look great with or without a cat eye. So I started with a straight line going upwards towards the shape of my eyebrow and connecting it down towards the pupil part of my eye using short strokes. So I like to make sure my eyeliner is as black as possible, so I add layers upon layers upon layers, and then I also like to make sure that I drag it out so that the thickness, it kind of just fades into thick and fades out to thin. So here I'm just going to make a straight line and connect it to the wing that I just made, and I'm making smaller strokes to fill in the gaps. So from this point, you can just leave it like this, like a regular simple cat eye, or you can drag out the front a bit like I like to do and kind of create a elongated eye shape. After applying mascara to my top and bottom lashes, I'm going to move on to applying some Falsies. These ones I got at the dollar store, so they're pretty awesome. Using this bronzer, highlighting and sculpting duo, I'm going to apply some on the tops of my cheekbones, I'm also going to apply some on my chin, nose, and a little bit above my eyebrows.
Violations of the government, problems of the world today. You always look the other way. No one, the silent remains. I'm hiding in the rain, rocking stains. Flowing on pretty wings. I'm flirting with pretty things. Get to work into me.
I'm also adding some along the jawbone line just to kind of sharpen up my contour area.
Ain't never rugged, looking nice, just pluck it, fuck it if she wanna fuck me, that just mean you unlucky. This nigga getting this business done, I still party though, I still party though.
I'm just popping some blush on, sweeping it up into my highlight so that it blends better. And here I'm using an orange shade. I'm outlining my lips using a really dark brown lip liner that has sort of a grayish undertone.
Grab me a cup and say po, me a cup and say po up. West side niggas throw up, smell the fancy aroma, going hard like Tectona, medicinal was typical, single individual, we never like them.
And to complete this look, I'm going to be using a grayish undertone medium brown liquid lipstick.
Mixed feelings to this is feeling weak, I keep a fist stiff, matter of fact.
And that's it. So hopefully you like the look. It's definitely something that you could wear for work or going out on a date. It's ultra sexy, so hope you appreciate it, and see you next time in my next video. Bye.
We gon' drink beach on the edge of everything. Check your map, boy. No, you can't match, boy. You lame, so you catch floor. I believe it, I'm shooting semen, I'm party feeding. I'm fucked up, a nigga dreaming. My hoe on another hoe, they be double teaming, gleaming. The spirits readings, my power be really breathing. Devour hate when I'm cheesing. I'm subject, they really need it.